Hey, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? It is Mama Roxy, and I'm here for your wallet, your purses, and your pocketbooks, baby, your hearts, and your minds. How my babies doing today? What's going on and everything? What y'all doing? How everybody feeling? Are you having a good day? Are you having a so-so day? Are you having one of those days that make you go, hmm? Are you having one of those days that make you go, ooh, la 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 la, ooh, la 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 la, ooh, ooh? Or are you just having one of those days? Whatever day that you having, it's a good day, baby. It's a good day. And you're here. You're here. So, that's all that matters. Yes, it does. It is. I hope that y'all been checking out my channel. I hope y'all been telling everybody about what it is. I hope you've been enjoying the videos and everything. I had a little something on my teeth. So I've been getting all types of little emails about all types of things. And I've been like, okay, let me see what I can do. Y'all, today it's gonna be story time. It's gonna be story time. I hope that y'all ready. I hope that we can have some laughs and everything. Um, as we doing this, I've also been getting a lot of messages about face care and all types of little things like that. So right now I'm going to show you some things, and as we working together, we're going to videotape and chit chat and talk with each other. Um, so I'm gonna tell y'all know that I'm a mask lover. I love all types of masks. As you can see, every time I catch them on sale, I'm grabbing them, baby. This is a sleeping mask, and I got one called. This is a agaberry revitalizing sleeping mask. This is and this one is for brightening and renewing. This one is donkey milk. Don't ask me, but this is donkey milk. And for the donkey milk sleeping mask, this one is a nourishing and moisturizing. It restores your skin while you sleep. So I got a couple of these donkey masks. So then I got a purifying, brightening peel gel, refining, clarifying mask. Listen, I'm all about the skincare. I love taking care of my skin, especially my face. My body got so many issues as it is. And you know, I swear to you, hold that thought. All right, check this out, right? I found so many other masks. I got a Palmer's coconut oil body firming sheet mask. This is Target toning for hips, thighs, and upper arms. Man, listen, you hurt yourself? You know I got your mask. I found a mask, a man's mask. And then, y'all know we've been messing around with this rubber mask. A rubber mask. There we go. And this is what this looked like. And this is the hyaluronic acid retinol face mask. I'm telling you, I'm all about anything. And this is a deep toxin right here, cleansing black mask. I'm all about anything that's going to help my skin. Anything that's going to help me feel like it's cooling, it's softening to the skin, it's moisturizing to the skin. It helps me look a little bit younger or feel a little bit younger, or it just gives you this revitalizing feeling of your skin is in good condition. That's how I feel, like it's in actually good condition. And that's what I like about it. They also have sheet masks for your man. I got them for my sons. And these are charcoal facial sheet masks. Removes oil, minimizes pores, and deeply hydrates. Word. This is the only one I've seen of this one. And I got a lot of these. These all come from Walmart. I got all of these from Walmart. The sleeping donkey mask, the every man mask. And only ones that I haven't, I got these from TJ Maxx. This one from TJ Maxx. You can pick up masks anywhere you go. If you got a specific problem that you're dealing with your skin, read on that box and it's going to tell you just what the skin, just what it's for. I mean, anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's going to help you look your best when you're going through all the things that you're going through. I deserve it. Sure. My phone just did something. I deserve that. You know what I'm saying? I deserve to look my best and feel my best. You're going through so much. So I deserve to feel good. We all do. I'm sorry, y'all. And this one right here, and this is the Maskology BFF Beautiful Face Forever Mask. And it's one for up under the eyes. It's nose and zone charcoal peel off. It's a T-zone kaolin clay wash off mask. It's a U-zone 24 gold peel off mask. It's like 4 different masks all in one. And I think that that was pretty cool. I've never ever seen one like this one before. So let's see what this is about. Let's take the classy out while we sitting here. First of all, we got to see how long you got to keep it on. That's what we got to see. Okay, babies. All of them I kept on for 15 or 20 minutes. They peel off. Okay, let's see. The eyes, relax 15, 20 minutes, then remove. What's this? Leave on the face, remove, gently peeling off. You got rinse off, you got peeling off, and you got rinse off with water. So let's get to doing what we're doing so we can chit chat at the same time. And let's see how this stuff go. Okay, this the ones that go up under the ass, right? I'm gonna call today. Let's see. I think you put it right. Right? Yeah, I think so. Can you peel it off? Does it go that way? I don't know, shoot. But listen, let's see which side is the juicy side. But anyway, I love masks. I like messing around with all types of stuff. But anyway, so let me tell you, all right. I've been asked all types of things. And they wanted me to talk about all types of things on story time. So I was thinking, y'all ready for another story time? Are y'all ready? And I was watching this little sitcom on YouTube. And not YouTube, but Netflix. Okay? And on Netflix, y'all, it's some good little stories on Netflix. And it made me want to ask this question, right? And the question was, y'all ready? Hold on, I can't get the sticky paper off. Okay. The question was, if you was in a serious relationship, right? Make sure that's on there. You were in a serious relationship, and your serious relationship person, male or female, came to you and asked you, y'all ready? If for a birthday gift for them, they wanted you to have a threesome. They had sat down and they had figured this all out, right? And they wanted you to do this. Where in the heck am I checking man's number 2? I'm trying to find number 2, y'all. Anyway, they want you to okay, I'm so confused right now. Okay, the black piece, which is like in this corner. Well, it's in the corner. And the black piece, let me see what the black. Okay, you got the eyes on and the nose charcoal. Okay, so he or she came to you and asked you, crap, this is looking a hot mess, ain't it? This is messy. But anyway, and he says that for his birthday, he would love for you to have a menage a trois, a threesome. And, you know, how do you feel about that? What would you say if someone actually came to you and someone that you love very dearly came to you and asked you for that? And they were seriously wanted that. And they thought that you would love them enough to give them what they asked for. But if you said no, it would become a problem. How would you feel about that? This is when story time begins. When I was in my 30s, and you know how you just people just you watch and you listen. And I got friends, and so many friends have told me about situations and things that have happened in a menage a trois, a threesome, right? Can I get this mask open? And it's not that it's shocking. It's just that, to me, how can you not expect that? I'm jealous. I am a jealous woman, honey. When it come down to something like that, I just couldn't see me sharing. This is for your T-zone. I could not see me sharing my man. No, I just, no. To sit down and, or not sit down, or to have a relations, and I'm loving you. I will do anything for you. Anything. I'm loving you with all my heart and whatever, and we in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful relationship. And you ask me to have sex with you and another woman. My main thing to you would be, think about this. Would you want to have, if I came to you and I told you, babe, if you love me so much, this is something that I really would like to try, and if you love me so much, you will give me what I asked for, and I would like to have sex with you and another man. Man, let me tell you something. My husband would have killed me. Do you understand me? He would have had a serious issue about what I just said. He would have been like, are you out your man? Are you serious? You serious? Want me to sit down, lay down with you and share my body with, with somebody else? Girl, he would, I don't know what he would have done. So I was sitting back with my girls and we were conversating about this. And my friend, she told me, she was like, well, he came in, her husband came in, and he asked her. He was like, I would like for you to have, for my birthday, I would like to try you and another woman. He had the woman all picked out and everything. Right then and there, that would have been a problem for me. Because that would have made me think that you must have been thinking about this chick all along for you to have already had the woman picked out. Oh, I would have been salty. I would have been wondering if this was actually the first time you had actually been with this woman, or do you be thinking about this woman when you with me? All types of stuff would have been going through my mind. I would have been tripping about this. Do y'all hear me? So she say she thought about it for a minute, and she was like, yes. I was like, you said yes? She was like, yes. I was like, why? She was like, why not? I was like, I could not see somebody else getting a piece of what I got every day, that I love, that I do my little with all the time, and you with somebody else? No, and I know it. Oh, no, no, no. If he would have given it to her better than he gave it to me, oh no, we would have been fighting right then and there. I couldn't do it. So she was like, well, we're going to do it and we're going to talk about it. I'm like, okay. So I got this call and we were sitting back and we were chit-chatting. She said I could talk about it. And she was explaining to me that it was different and that it was exciting. It was fun. Uh, she kind of liked being with the woman herself. And I'm looking like, okay, if that's, that's what you like, each, each, each twist, whatever. And she was like, the only thing is, he seemed to have paid more attention to her. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. She was like, but no, no, no. I didn't get mad. I didn't do anything. I just had to put in a little bit extra work, more work. And I'm like, okay, so how did you feel about that? You didn't get mad. Showing or looking at his expressions on his face when he was with her. She was like, at first she did, but it was just that one time. See, that would be my problem. It's like sometimes when you start something, how do you know it's going to be that person last time seeing that person? How do you know that? How do you know he might not get that extra crave for that feel another time? She was like, no, I know my husband. I know this. I know that. I was like, girl, I just can't see it happening. So she called me last night and she told me she was upset as hell. And I'm like, well, what's the matter? She was like, finding out that he had been being with her ever since that night. And they wanted to be together. I'm like, didn't I tell your ass? Didn't I tell you? I told you this. We've even sat down and talked about a situation when we lived in Chicago with the neighbor next door. And my neighbor next door, they had just got married. They were two beautiful women. They ended up getting married with each other on Valentine's Day. And she had wanted to bring her friend into the relationship that she had been knowing for years. And to make a long story short, the friend ended up kicking her out of her own house and taking over the girl's house. You understand what I'm saying? Now you out there, you ain't got no family, you ain't got nothing because you want to try something a little different. But why not pop out a toy? Why not try some new massage oils? Why not play some games? I just can't see me bringing someone else in to my bed with my man. I just can't do it. So if you ask me, the moral of this story would be, no, I would not do that to please my husband. No, I would not. We can go to any other level of playing games. We can handcuffs. We can role play. Something of that sort. But to bring somebody else into the nature of us, no. I couldn't do it. And if you love me enough, if you knew how I really am, then you wouldn't have never asked me that. So shoe should have been on the other foot. She could have flipped it around. You know what I mean? You cannot always satisfy somebody else when you know that you are not into it or you know it's not your game, baby. You feel me? That was the first story. The second question that I was asked to talk about, what did he ask me? Have I ever been with a small man? ah, Listen, I've never, well, once, and that was the only time that I had been with a real small man. And the issue was he didn't know how to use what he had. Number one. Number two, he wasn't confident within himself to know that what he had would have been the bomb if he closed the door all the way. If he knew how to do tricks, or if he had skills, or if he knew other things, then it probably wouldn't have mattered. But because he did not know anything to bring to what you had, it was a no-no for me. It really was. No, nothing. No, he didn't know how to do anything, and he did not have no confidence in himself. I mean, his dress game was wonderful. He smelled so amazing. Oh my God, he smelled good. I should have left that there and not touched it. He smelled so good. It was just unbelievable. He had everything else. He just, oh my goodness. The way he carried himself with everything else, the attitude, the way that he dressed, his the way that he was able to talk to me and even get me interested in him was the key. You know what I mean? He had the dress, the style, the oh my God, his smell was unbelievable. His street game, as I would say, his streetness was on point. But when it came down to being in that relationship or having that sexual, he did not. He did not possess the game that he had on everything else. If he would have possessed that game, took over that he had on everything else, oh, he would have been the bomb. He would have been the bomb, and he could have been a 3 or a 4 if he would have just possessed everything else, worked on everything else, technique, style, uh, positions. Even if you position, you could be a small person, a small man. Even if you position her right and position yourself, oh, that could be a whole nother thing. You understand what I'm saying? And you'd be like, ooh, okay. That was story number 2. Story number 3 was, I'm trying to remember what that was they asked me. Hold on, I'm thinking, y'all. Story number 3. I was asked if I would, I'm trying to make it where I won't get unmonetized. That's what I'm thinking about. Uh, okay. Being for the person that I am right now, this is for um, people that got medical issues or things like that, and having relations for the first time, or thinking about relations for the first time. Had I been in that position since I've been medically ill or have medical problems? Uh, and how long has it been for me? It's actually been 4 years for me. And the reason that it's been 4 years for me is because at this time in my life, I deserve to have more than just sex. I deserve to have everything I want. You know, um, with the little situation that I had 4 years ago, The sex was amazing. Good googly boogly. It was everything. Oh my God. Brought a chill to me just thinking about it. It was everything. It was actually 4 years and 3 months ago. I remember. And he was off the chain with everything. Presence. Um, the way he did what he did would make you think about him even when he wasn't here. He could be on the phone and just knowing he was getting ready to call, he'd be like, oh, he's gonna call. He's gonna call. That's exactly how it would be. But his understanding of things sucked. Yes, he was younger than me. Um, I'm 51 now, so 51, 50, 49, 48. I had to be about 47. And he had to be like 35. And his understanding of shit just didn't work for me. I love the fact that he was passionate, he was romantic, he was nasty. He was all of that things that you be looking for when you become a certain age and a certain point of your life. You just need that. Ooh, ooh, you just need that. You feel me? And he brought that. He brought that. He brought that to the table. But he did not bring nothing else. Um, when it came to being around my family, I need you to be more of a grown ass man. I do. I needed that. I needed you to be the one that could kick it and hold these conversations, or you could drink a little bit and know when to stop drinking. Or you can, if you see something, okay, take for instance, um, I was cooking. He laid it down, honey. He made me get up, and I was ready to make a 7-course meal with a dessert. And I did. And we were having so much fun. You feel what I'm saying? Showers together and having picnics in the bed together. He would be in the kitchen while I'm cooking, or if I was ailing and it was a point in my time where my body was just on shut down mode, he would be like, babe, I got you. I got you. Don't worry about nothing. That I love that. That was just so sweet. And if I needed him and he was back home in Chicago, he made it his business to get to me. And I love that. You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't nothing but the weekend, which I got from my mom. She always told me that if a man cannot spend that time with you on the weekends where you can do this and do that and go place and do that, and he can only spend time with you every blue moon, or can't take you nowhere, that man ain't yours. That man ain't for you. You just part-time love. And I felt like I was getting a whole lot of goodness from him until it came time for family time and everybody kicking it, and he done got too drunk and he's sitting at the table with slop coming out his mouth. I'm like, babe, 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 hey, get up and go get in bed. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I'm just going to sit here and listen to my music. That was one strike. That was, no, 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 no. Matter of fact, that was number 2 strike. The first strike was when this man, we were in there and we were having so much fun. And my youngest son's girlfriend, came in the kitchen with her high bootied ass it didn't matter. But what mattered to me was when you are in another woman's house, may it be your mama's house, your man's mama's house, your man's sister's house, your sister's girlfriend's house. It's a specific thing that you wear in somebody else's house. Period. That's out of respect. She come in and looked like she had a pair of panties on. And my son had went downstairs or somewhere, and she came out the room. And it wouldn't have, it was just disrespectful on her part with what she had on. But I lit into his ass for real. He turned around, he was like, good googly moogly. He not good googly moogly. He said something else, but it was a little. He was like, dang, you look like a tree, a big ass tree that I need to be climbing. I turned around and said, excuse me? He was like, when he realized what he said, because he was tipsy, to me, a drunk mouth is an honest mouth. And he was like, she just so tall, Cliff, how you climb all of that? But that's not what he said. So she was like, she went in and she told my son, like, Cliff, he said this, and Cliff come back. And I was like, Cliff, take your little broad in here and tell her to put on the proper clothing. I got this right here. I told him, I say, listen here, you get your drunk ass somewhere and sit down before you get your ass beat in this house. He went in there and he sat down and he came back. He had sobered up a little bit. He's like, oh, Roxy, I'm so sorry. I said, no, you're not sorry. You said just what you meant, and you could not hold it because your ass was drunk. So I'm going to tell you, when you get out of here today, you will not be coming back. You will not. So some people may think that I might have been a little harsh, with dismissing him. Or some people may have been like, you gone, girl, and you should have got him too. I got her too. And I let her know that when you are in this house, honey, this is not his house. This is my house. I say, and when you are in this house, if there's a man in this house or if it's just me in this house, don't nobody want to see your big booty running around here with your half coochie ass out in my house. So when you learn, you better learn some respect and put on some damn clothes. So she looked at me like, I don't have to. Well, honey, you won't be bringing your ass back in this house again. You got me messed up. So that was the last time we seen her. And it was just a thought. If you get this toe up and you right here in the house with me, and you off the chain when you're here, I can imagine how off the chain you are when you with your boys and y'all all sitting around and y'all with the little mongrels, you feel what I mean? And you toe up from the floor up. Baby, I ain't got time for that. I don't catch no diseases, and I ain't got time for nobody calling my house about a nasty, man. I had to think more about myself. Do I still think about the Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think about how gentle he was with me, how kind he was, and everything. It's amount that was nice. I loved all of that about him, and he was everything. But when it comes to being around my children and my grandchildren, he had to step his game up. And I gave him a couple of times to step that game up when it came to being around my children, which are grown, and being around my grandchildren. My grandson that's gonna be 10 was having a skin issue, and it was so freaking terrible to me. I had to take him to the emergency room, and he blew my phone up. When are you coming home? Are you coming home? Are you really at the doctor's office? You see me catch a cab and go to the emergency room. I got my grandson with me. Where in the heckama-jackama do you think I'm going? That meant you had no respect for my grandkids either. That meant that if you didn't want to go with me, then you should have called maybe once or twice to check on him, not to find out when you coming home because you missed me. I miss you too, but you know I'm trying to handle business. Sex or anything else, you can do that later, as long as he was okay. That meant that he thought of his family, his people were more important to him than mine was to me. And it does not work that way. If you're going to have something, then you need to realize that your family is important and my family is too. That was one of the things that was another strike against him. The drinking thing where you get so freaking drunk, you're falling over. You got a knot on your head from when you done did this or when, no, I can't handle that. I could not deal with that. I could not deal with that. It was just too much. And that was the last time that I had ever been with anybody or been in a relationship. Um, have I been asked to be in a relationship or something serious and committed? Sure, I have. Yes, I have. Um, I don't. Let me see how I can put this. When you ask me something or when you present yourself to me, I'm listening to every word that comes out your mouth. When you come and you come to courting, or you come and you want to date me, and I'm looking at your presence, the way you carry yourself when you with me, or when you carry yourself with me out and about, when you carrying yourself, period, the things you say means that's all I have is your word. And right now, your word is everything. And if you can't hold a person for their word, oh, good googly moogie, then they ain't worth holding with it all. So it's still kind of wet. I've ran across, oh, distrustful, uh, older men. So fine, honey. Well dressed. Well dressed, smells amazing. Intelligent as all outdoors. I'm not from no small town. I'm from the city of Chicago. I done seen it, been there, did that, and done that. There's nothing that you can do or try to pull over me that I ain't already either tried, had done, or seen done. So, this guy was just gorgeous. He was so fine. He was like 55 and good game, good game, good game. Slicker than a can of, slicker than a can of oil. That's how slick he was. You couldn't take pictures with him, and because he was afraid that you might put it on Facebook or Instagram, somebody may sing it. Couldn't take it to the store because we was in a small town and somebody may see him. Other words, another woman. Uh, we couldn't even go to the movies here in this little town because I just don't do small theaters. Well, you got a vehicle, let's go to a bigger city, let's go to Detroit, let's go do some things. He was the biggest whole mongrel I had ever seen. As for him being that old and trying to be so slick was ridiculous. I didn't have time for it. I did not have the time for a woman to walk up to me. Speaking of the situation, I went to the corner store, and I'm in the corner store and I'm just laughing with the people that's in there. The little man trying to talk to me is so funny. And I call this lady. She come in and she says, excuse me. I said, oh, am I in your way? She said, no, no. I was getting ready to walk out the door. She said, can I ask you a question? So people had been talking about how blonde my hair was, or who did my hair or my makeup, or where did I get my perfume or something from. So I was handing out cards, and I'm thinking she was going to say something like that. No, 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 y'all. She stopped me, and I'm standing there, and we just chit-chatting down, right? This is getting dry. And she says, I seen you with the guy. You know what I'm talking about. I seen you with him, and is that your man? I asked her, I say, why? Is it your man? She was like, well, we have been messing around now for about 5 months, and he gave me a ring, and he said he was going to marry you. I say, well, listen here. Let me tell you something, baby. I don't do this shit like this. I don't do stuff like this. I really don't. I say, if that was your man, keep your man off my porch. Keep your man off my porch. Because, just keep your man off my porch. I say, and don't come to me no more about this man. Because I don't do that. So, when I got back home, I was telling my daughter about it. And she said, Mom, are you serious? I said, yes. She literally walked up to me and asked me, was that my man? I say, honey, keep your man off my porch. You need to talk to him about that then. So I couldn't wait. I could not wait to see him. You feel what I'm saying? So when I came, I came on the porch and I'm sitting down. He said, oh, you look so pretty. You smell so good. I said, thank you. I said, well, I have a question for you. I said, where your woman at? It's time for me to take him off, y'all. I'm like, where your woman at? He was like, I told you I don't have a woman. I say, didn't I tell you that when you started coming to my house, sitting on my porch, because that's as far as he went, sitting on my porch, trying to chit-chat with me, close that door. I say, didn't I tell you, close that door, that I don't play mess. I don't do with women coming up to me about any man. That is not something I do. I don't have the patience and the time for that. Do you understand me? And he was like, I understand. So what's wrong? I'm like, your little woman. Ooh, this is a good one, y'all. I like this. I'm like, your little woman that you've been dating for the last 5 months approached me at the store. I say, didn't I tell you I don't like that? I say, so, honey, would you please leave? Dismiss the phone number and don't call me back. Don't stop by my house. Don't just leave me be. I told you I do not get involved in mess like this. I don't do mess. So he was like, I don't know who you talking about. I said, oh, you know who I'm talking about. So I say, and you gave her a ring. So could you please get up off my porch? So he left, He'll stop back by. He'll actually stop back by every now and then, maybe like every 2 years or something. He'll stop back by and he'll be like, hey, uh, I really miss our conversations or talking with you. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I say, where your women at? He was like, I keep trying to tell you. I say, and every time you keep trying to tell me, I just see some woman getting ready to knock on my door about you. I say, no, baby, I'm all good. Thank you, though. And he'll leave. You don't want to talk? I don't want nobody to even see you sitting on my porch. And he was like, wow. So the moral of the story is take your time, ladies and men, take your time. Pick out all the pros and cons. If you think and you feel in your heart and your gut that you know it's some BS somewhere, it's some BS somewhere. I'm not saying give up on everything. Oh, I'm not giving up. I just haven't ran across what I want yet. And I know it's gonna be some negative people on here that's gonna be like with your big butt, with your I don't care what you say. That don't bother me. Big butts, big women, fat women, whatever you want to call me. They need love too, baby. Yes, they do. And that don't bother me because I'm nowhere near ugly. So that doesn't bother me either. But I have gotten to the point, and I've been doing this since I turned 30, reading those red flags. You have got to read them red flags. You have got to trust your instincts. You have got to be, if you feel like it's some BS in something, it's some BS in something. But I'm still not telling you don't have no fun. You can have fun. But if you feel the BS coming, cut it short. Cut it short. This is Mama Roxy Says, and I'm here for your wallets. I'm here for your wallets, your purses, and your pocketbooks, baby. Your hearts and your minds. This was Chit Chat time. I need to get this off my face before I let y'all. And this is what it looks like. I really like the way it feels. I love the mask. I love over here on my chin. It kind of got all that little dead extra skin. And I enjoyed finally to have like the black nose stuff to put on your nose mask, to put on your nose that will put up all that extra nasty stuff that be on your nose. So this is how my face look. I really, really enjoyed that product. My skin feels soft. It feels clean. I like the way my under eyes, they feel cool. My T-zone is looking right, baby. But this is Mama Roxy Says, and this is Wednesday Wildin' Out Chit Chat with a face mask on fleek. I love y'all. Ciao.